Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast. Today, I am going to try something that I usually don't do, and I'm going to record myself doing it so that you guys can be a part of the experience with me. So, my entire upbringing, my mom had this huge fear of having me around the stove, so I never really got the opportunity to learn how to cook. And I've been looking at my bank account lately and I'm extra broke than usual, and it's because I'm going out to eat way too much and not making home cooked meals. So I've been entertaining the thought of cooking lately, and I considered having you guys share that experience with me. So I am going to be cooking something, and like I said, I don't cook. So this is going to be the first time that I have really been in front of a stove trying to make a meal for ever. So on top of that, I wondered what it would be like to cook meat, since I am vegetarian and I've never cooked it and I probably never will. So to make this an even more interesting podcast, I decided to cook meat, something I don't like, something I'm not interested in, and I'm super foreign to. So I am going to cook something with meat in it for my friends because I am definitely not going to eat it. And I think it's going to be interesting considering I've never cooked anything. I'm cooking something I'm not really used to, and to add even more challenge to it, I'm not going to be able to taste it while I'm making it like I would with any other food because it has meat in it. And at the end of this all, I'm going to meet up with my friends and I'm going to have them try it and we're gonna see how it goes. Maybe they like it, maybe they don't. And lastly, I am not going to reveal what it is up until the end so that you guys can guess what I'm making while I'm making it. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I apologize for any sounds in the background. The kitchen is right next to the highway. So here we go. Alrighty guys, so of course our first step is washing our hands. Okay, so our next step, I'm assuming, is greasing the pan. So I'm going to be using some corn oil. Quite frankly, it was the cheapest one I could find in the supermarket. I don't know how much to put though because I don't want it to stick to the pan, but I also don't want it to be too wet. So we're gonna see how that goes, but I think that's a good amount there. And then now for the interesting part, I'm gonna work with the meat. This is gonna be interesting because I usually don't work with meat. Let's take this bad boy out. Okay. It's a pretty weird texture. I don't really like it. I don't usually work with meat at all. And it's just the texture is just I feel like I'm betraying my vegetarian lifestyle by even touching this. Okay, I think it's good there, so I'm just gonna proceed with the seasoning aspect of it. Now, don't judge me guys, but while I was at the supermarket getting my ingredients, I didn't really know how exactly to season this. I can't even remember what seasoned meat tastes like. I don't know. So I found something called meat seasoning, and coming from a vegetarian, that sounds like something that would work. So we're going to season our meat with meat seasoning. I can't really pinpoint exactly what's in here, but it smells pretty interesting. So we're gonna give it a try. To give you guys a hint about what I'm making, the base of it is something pretty typical, but I'm going to try to incorporate something a little bit different into it. What I add to it, I really hope matches the seasoning that the meat is going to have. Here goes nothing. Okay. I'm just gonna try to make sure it's well incorporated. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm scared it's not gonna taste like anything. Okay. Alrighty, I think I'm going places. I think I'm going places with this. My biggest concern, honestly, is just not seasoning it well and not cooking it well. So I hope when my friends do try it, I don't get any complaints about either one of those things, especially the cooking part, because I don't really know how to cook, and I'm not trying to give my friends any type of stomach viruses of any sort, so I'm quite terrified by that. I think I'm done marinating it. I think it's time to put it in the oven, quite frankly. I don't know how long I'm gonna put it in the oven for. I don't know the temperature to put it in the oven for, but I'm just gonna stick around and check on it. I'll babysit it. I'm not doing much anyway, and hopefully it doesn't burn, but hopefully it cooks at the same time. There's a science behind all of this. But yeah, after I put it in the oven, you guys will join me in adding the more interesting component to the dish, and that component is actually going to be microwaved. A, because it's microwavable, and B, because I don't own a pan or a pot to cook it in. So we're gonna see how it goes. We're going to microwave it, and hopefully it has flavor and it works with what I have. Okay, everyone, so I have microwaved the microwavable components of the dish, and the meat is done from cooking in the oven, and thankfully it looks cooked. Is it wet? I honestly am not sure, but it looks cooked, and that's all that matters. So now I'm going to put everything together. Alrighty, so I would just like to thank you guys for sticking around. I am finally going to reveal what I have made. So I was flipping through YouTube and I saw this mac and cheese burger concoction, and I decided to do that. So the meat that was going in the oven were the burgers, and the mac and cheese was microwavable mac and cheese since I don't have a pot or a pan to cook it in. And now I'm going to meet with my friends and we're going to see if they like my mac and cheese burger creation.
Okay.
It's gonna be bad. Just have your expectations be like on the floor in the basement. What does it smell like?
It smells like mashed potatoes. So, yeah, that smells like the box, the instant mash.
Yeah.
That's what it smells like. Okay. Oh.
How bad is it? Say something. Say something.
Wait.
First of all, the patties are not even connected.
Okay. So, it needed more seasoning. Because I taste the seasoning you put, but it's not exactly what a burger should taste like.
Continue.
The mac and cheese, is that, okay.
The mac and cheese is flavorless.
The mac and cheese is just noodle, essentially. You just like, you boil the pasta and...
I
It tastes
tried.
like Hamburger Helper,
Okay.
I can see that.
but like the bland Hamburger Helper. The meat is very wet.
That I did also note. Did you put butter on the bread or...
I like.
But you know what? She did bake it, so that
Yeah.
I feel like that absorbs some moisture.
Yeah.
Because I have broiled some burgers before and they are moist. More moist than
It's
burgers.
cooked.
You did do it. It's cooked.
Thank you.
So high five for
The
that.
texture is right.
It's just wet.
It's just wet. That whatever meat flavor you used, and then the mac and cheese on it. Not necessary.
Mac and cheese.
It's mac.
It wasn't an asset.
It was just there.
It was an ass. But okay, let's rate it. I'll give it, for someone that doesn't eat meat nor knows how to cook, a solid 4.5.
I'd give it a 3.
Oh.